Now let us see next point, chemical properties of alkyl halide. In last video we have studied optical isomerism. Okay, let us see now chemical properties of alkyl halides. Okay, so see first chemical property is nucleophilic substitution reactions of haloalkanes. Okay, haloalkanes means alkyl halides only. Nucleophilic means what? Nucleophile is present. You know nucleophile means nucleus loving and electrophile electron loving. You have studied in standard 11. Nucleophile carries negative charge and electrophile carries positive charge. Okay, so let us see first what is mean by what is mean by substitution reactions. Okay, so see substitution reactions when a group bonded to a carbon in a substrate is replaced by another group to get a product with no change in state of hybridization of that carbon is called as substitution reaction. Okay, so whatever atom or group bonded to that carbon atom, it is replaced by another group. Okay, this general reaction we will see. Before that, let us see one more important thing. We have studied that carbon halogen bond which is present in halogen derivative is polar bond. At the beginning only we have studied this bond is polar bond. Polar means what? Two poles are there, charge separation is there. Carbon carries partial positive charge and this halogen carries partial negative charge. And why this happened? Halogens are electronegative, so they pull all the electron crowd towards themselves. Okay, so halogen has negative charge and carbon with no electron becomes positively charged. Okay, so this is polar atom. So in this molecule of alkyl halide, carbon carries positive charge. That means it is electrophilic center. Carbon of alkyl halide is electrophilic center. You know electrophiles carries positive charge. They are electron loving. इस कार्बन के पास इलेक्ट्रॉन्स नहीं है, उसके सारे इलेक्ट्रॉन जो है इस हैलोजन ने अपनी तरफ खींच के लिया है. राइट, सो दिस इज इलेक्ट्रॉन डेफिशिएंट. ओके, सो व्हाट इट विल डू, इट विल ट्राई टू अट्रैक्ट द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. सो इट इज इलेक्ट्रॉन लविंग, उसको इलेक्ट्रॉन चाहिए. ओके, सो इट इज इलेक्ट्रॉन लविंग मीन्स व्हाट? इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक, which carries positive charge, which has no electrons. Okay, so here in this alkyl halide molecule, carbon is electrophilic center. Okay, and our halogen is nucleophilic, it carries negative charge. Okay, so nucleophilic means what? Nucleus loving. nucleus में क्या रहते हैं? प्रोटॉन्स रहते हैं. इसके पास इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है तो वो प्रोटॉन्स के नजदीक जाने की कोशिश करेगा. अंडरस्टैंड? प्रोटॉन कहाँ पे रहते हैं? न्यूक्लियस में रहते हैं. एंड दैट्स व्हाई नेगेटिव चार्ज कैरिंग न्यूक्लियोफाइल्स आर न्यूक्लियस लविंग, प्रोटॉन्स लविंग. अंडरस्टूड? इलेक्ट्रोफाइल एंड न्यूक्लियोफाइल. इलेक्ट्रोफाइल्स आर इलेक्ट्रॉन लविंग एंड न्यूक्लियोफाइल्स आर न्यूक्लियस लविंग और प्रोटॉन्स लविंग. सो हियर कार्बन इज इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक सेंटर and these are halogens are nucleophiles, and that's why in alkyl halides nucleophilic substitution reactions are common. Okay, so let us see the general reaction first.
So see the general reaction. So this is nucleophile which is represented by Nu. You have studied in 11th standard, and negative charge is there. Okay, nucleophile carries negative charge. Plus this is our alkyl halide, carbon and halogen. Okay, partial charge separation is there. Carbon is electrophilic center which carries positive charge and halogen is partial negative. Okay, so partial negative charge is shown over here. Okay, and this is carbon atom which is electrophilic center. Okay, so here substitution reaction takes place means what? Already जो न्यूक्लियोफाइल है या जो हैलोजन है उसकी जगह दूसरा न्यूक्लियोफाइल आ जाता है, उसको सब्स्टिट्यूट कर देता है. दिस न्यूक्लियोफाइल विल सब्स्टिट्यूट द हैलोजन. ओके, एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड एज न्यूक्लियोफिलिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन. सब्स्टिट्यूशन किसका होता है? न्यूक्लियोफाइल का होता है, एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट इज न्यूक्लियोफिलिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन. सो सी व्हाट विल हैपन ओवर हियर इन दिस रिएक्शन. दिस न्यूक्लियोफाइल विल टेक प्लेस ऑफ दिस हैलोजन. Okay, so carbon, and this nucleophile will attack on this carbon atom and will form bond with carbon atom, and this halogen will be eliminated or it will leave. So plus this halogen. Understand? So this is nucleophilic substitution reaction, general reaction. Okay. Now there are two types of nucleophilic substitution reaction, SN1 and SN2. Both the reaction and their mechanisms we have to study. Now see the reactivity of alkyl halide. Okay, when this substrate, this is our substrate. Okay, alkyl halide is our substrate. Substrate means what? जिसके ऊपर reaction होने वाली है. Okay, that is called as substrate. So here in this case, alkyl halide is substrate. When substrate reacts fast, it is said to be reactive. Okay, when it reacts fast, it is called as reactive. Okay, now reactivity of this alkyl halide in this substitution reaction depends upon two things. First thing is substitution state of carbon, whether that carbon which is present in alkyl halide is primary, secondary or tertiary. Okay, and second thing is nature of halogen, which halogen is present in that alkyl halide. So on these two things reactivity of alkyl halide depends. Okay, now what is meant by primary, secondary and tertiary carbon in alkyl halide? See, 3 carbons I am showing over here. Okay, when carbon atom is directly attached to only one carbon atom, then this is called as primary carbon atom. Okay, then suppose one methyl group is there. Okay, so this carbon atom is called as, like this I am showing, this is primary carbon atom which is only attached to only one carbon atom. Then when this carbon atom which is present in alkyl halide is attached to 2 carbon atoms directly and 1 halogen, and here any other group will be there but not carbon. Okay, so when this carbon atom is directly attached to 2 carbon atoms, it is called as secondary. This is primary. And when carbon atom is attached to directly 3 carbon atoms, which is called as tertiary. Understand? So what kind of carbon is present in that particular alkyl halide, on that the reactivity of alkyl halide depends, whether it is primary, secondary or tertiary. And order of reactivity is tertiary alkyl halides. Okay, tertiary alkyl halides are more reactive than secondary, and secondary are more reactive than primary. Understood? And nature of halogen. Okay, so see, Ri means what? Alkyl iodides. I for iodine. Alkyl iodides are more reactive than alkyl bromides, which are more reactive than alkyl chlorides. Understand? So these are two factors on which the reactivity of alkyl halide in nucleophilic substitution reaction depends. Understand? Now let us see next. Now see, here are some examples of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, so see, first one, Rx is our alkyl halide plus NaOH. Okay, now here we have to find which part is nucleophilic and which is electrophilic. Nucleophilic part of this reagent will attack on this carbon atom, will substitute this halogen. This halogen will be removed or eliminated, and this nucleophile will take place of that halogen. Okay, so Na is positive part. Okay, and this OH group is nucleophilic part. Okay, so here what will happen? This nucleophilic part will attack on this carbon atom and it will substitute the halogen. So what will form? R and this OH. Okay, plus this halogen will combine with sodium. So sodium halide will form. Okay, this reaction is called as nucleophilic reaction. This is example of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Again, one more example is there. NaOH means sodium hydroxide was there. So Rx plus NaOR. Okay, here sodium is positive part and this part is nucleophilic part. Okay, so here also same thing will happen. This nucleophile will take place of this halogen. Okay, will attack on this carbon atom and substitute this halogen, and this halogen will form bond with sodium. Okay, so the product is R alkyl group and OR. Okay, this is methoxy ether it is. Okay, methoxy group. Then NaX, again sodium halide is formed. Okay, see next, third Rx plus NH3. NH3 is ammonia. Okay, and AlC means alcoholic. When these two substances heated under pressure, this nucleophilic substitution reaction will take place. Now here NH3 means what? NH2 and H is there. Okay, NH2 and H is there. So this hydrogen is positive part and NH2 is negative part. So in this case NH2 is nucleophile. Okay, which will attack on carbon atom. Okay, and will take place of this halogen. Halogen will combine with this hydrogen which is positively charged. Okay, so see here in this case product is RNH2. R and this NH2 which is nucleophilic part. So amide has formed plus this X and this hydrogen HX, hydrogen halide. Okay, now next, fourth RX alkyl halide plus KCN, potassium cyanide. Okay, so K is positive and Cn is negative. So here in this case nucleophile is Cn. So this nucleophile will substitute this halogen, and then this halogen will react with potassium. So what will form? RCN. This bond will form alkyl cyanide. Okay, plus this K and X, potassium halide will form. Understand? Let us see SN2 reaction mechanism. It is also a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Why it is called as SN2, that also we will see. Now first see this reaction. Reaction between methyl bromide plus hydroxide ion, which is nucleophile. Okay, so reaction between methyl bromide and hydroxide ion to give methanol or methyl alcohol and bromide ion. Okay, how this reaction takes place? See this OH minus ion which is nucleophile. This nucleophile will attack on this carbon atom. Okay, and it will take place of this bromide ion. Okay, so CH3OH will form and this bromine ion will be eliminated. Br as a bromide ion. So here methyl alcohol is formed along with bromide ion. Okay, so this is nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, now in this reaction, rate of reaction depends upon both the reactants. Understand? Rate of reaction depends upon both the reactants. That means it follows second order kinetics. Okay, so see how the rate of this reaction is written. Rate is equal to rate constant. Concentration of CH3Br means methyl bromide and concentration of OH minus ion, hydroxide ion. That means rate of this reaction depends upon methyl bromide, concentration of methyl bromide, as well as concentration of hydroxide ion, which depends upon both the reactants. That's why it is said that it follows second order kinetics. Understand? And that's why it is called as SN2 reaction. Okay, so as for substitution, okay, then N for nucleophilic substitution, nucleophilic, it follows second order. That's why it is bimolecular reaction. Understand? And it is denoted by this symbol, S for substitution, N for nucleophilic, and 2 is there. That means bimolecular reaction. Understand? So this is SN2 reaction. Now we have to study the mechanism of this reaction, how it takes place. Now see, rate of chemical reaction is influenced by the chemical species which takes part in slowest step of mechanism. Okay, or we can say rate of chemical reaction depends upon the rate or speed of the slowest step. If in particular reaction there are number of steps, okay, so rate of that reaction depends upon the slowest step. Okay, and in that slowest step, whatever chemical species are involved, on those chemical species the rate of reaction depends. But here we can see rate of reaction depends upon both the species. Okay, that means this reaction is single step reaction and that is slow reaction. Understood? Slow reaction is there and the reaction is single step reaction. Okay, so let us see. So see here. This is methyl bromide, right? CH3. So this carbon 1, 2, 3. So CH3 and one bromine is there. Okay. And on this carbon atom of alkyl halide or methyl bromide, this nucleophile will attack. Okay. And this attack is taking place from exactly opposite of Br, position of Br. Br is present on this side. So OH will attack on from opposite side. Okay, why this attacks of nucleophile takes place from opposite side of halogen, that also we will study. Okay, so this OH will attack from back side. Okay, as a result what will happen? This bromine will leave or eliminated and this OH will be replaced by bromine. Sorry, bromine will replace by OH. Okay, so see what happened. Okay, so see what happened. This is transition state. Okay, TS means what? Transition state. So when this OH nucleophile attack on carbon atom, this is single step reaction. So in single step only, bond formation and bond breaking will take place simultaneously. Okay, so this transition state shows the bond between carbon and hydroxide ion is partially formed. Okay, the bond between incoming nucleophile. Why it is incoming nucleophile? Because it is going to form bond with carbon atom, with substrate. So that's why it is called as incoming, जो अंदर आ रहा है. And this is called as outgoing halogen or outgoing nucleophile. Because वो reaction छोड़ के जा रहा है. ठीक है? So in this transition state, the bond between carbon and this nucleophile, incoming nucleophile hydroxide ion, is partially formed. Okay, and the bond between carbon and bromide ion is partially broken. Okay, मतलब पूरी तरह से बॉन्ड फॉर्म भी नहीं हुआ है नया और पुराना बॉन्ड जो है, ओल्ड बॉन्ड जो है वो पूरी तरह से ब्रेक भी नहीं हुआ. सो इन दिस स्टेट partial bond formation and partial bond breaking is shown simultaneously at the same time. Okay, and then at the end this is the product. Okay, here you can see bond between carbon and hydroxide ion or nucleophile is formed and bromine has eliminated. Okay, so Br minus is eliminated. So this is our final product and this reaction is single step reaction. So this reaction mechanism is called as SN2 mechanism. Understand? Now there are some features of this SN2 mechanism. Let us see those.
So let us see salient features of SN2 mechanism. Okay, characteristics or features of SN2 mechanism. Here same reaction is shown which we have discussed. Okay, so see first feature of SN2 mechanism. It is single step mechanism. Okay, we have studied that SN2 reaction is single step reaction, single step mechanism it follows. Okay, and in single step only bond breaking and bond formation takes place. Okay, bond between carbon and bromide ion breaks. In same step new bond is formed between carbon and hydroxide ion. So it is single step mechanism. Okay, now second feature is backside attack of nucleophile. I told you attack of this incoming nucleophile takes place from the opposite side of bromide. Okay, that means it is a backside attack of nucleophile. And why this backside attack of nucleophile takes place? किसी और पोजीशन से या फिर इसी पोजीशन से ये हाइड्रोक्साइड आयन क्यों नहीं आता? Why backside attack take place? So see, the reason behind it is to avoid the steric and electrostatic repulsion between two nucleophiles. See, OH minus is also nucleophile and this bromide ion is also nucleophile. Halogen are also nucleophiles. If this hydroxide ion will attack from this side, what will happen? OH minus and bromide ion both are bigger groups. They are bulky groups. Okay, they are big in size. Okay, so here crowd will be there on this side. If they both will attack from same side, crowd will create it. That is called a steric repulsion. Both the groups are bulky, so they will repulse each other. Understand? So steric repulsion will take place. Another reason is electrostatic repulsion. Okay, so what is meant by electrostatic repulsion? See, this bromide ion also have negative charge and OH minus ion also have negative charge. So when OH minus ion will attack from same side, negative will repulse each other. Understand? Repulsion will take place in between two negatively charged ions. And that's why to avoid this steric repulsion and electrostatic repulsion between incoming nucleophile and leaving nucleophile. Okay, so to avoid these things, this incoming nucleophile or OH minus ion attack from back side. ये इधर से नहीं आता, उधर से आ जाता है. Okay, so next characteristic or feature is transition state with partial bonds. This is TS. TS means transition state. And in this transition state, there are partial bonds. Okay, partial bonds. The bond between carbon and leaving group, that is bromide, is partially broken, not completely broken. And the new bond between carbon and incoming nucleophile OH minus is not completely formed. It is partially formed. So the transition state of SN2 mechanism is with partial bonds. Okay, this is third characteristic. Now, number 4. Transition state with pentacoordinate carbon. Here see, transition state, and this is your carbon atom. How many bonds are there? 3 bonds with hydrogen are there. Okay, and 2 partial bonds, one with OH minus and one with bromide ion. Okay, and that's why it is called as pentacoordinate carbon. Penta means 5. Okay, pentacoordinate carbons. Now, in this pentacoordinate state, carbon is forming 3 bonds with hydrogen. These are sigma bonds. Okay, carbon hydrogen, carbon hydrogen, carbon hydrogen. These bonds are sigma bonds, and these are making angle of 120 degree. See this? If you will see this angle, hydrogen, carbon, hydrogen. This angle is 120. This angle is also 120. This angle is also 120 degree. Okay, and there are these 3 bonds, carbon hydrogen bonds, are in same plane. Okay, they are in same plane. And these partial bonds, carbon hydroxide and carbon bromide, these 2 are partial covalent bonds. Okay, which are perpendicular to this plane. Okay, and this transition state, that's why contains pentacoordinate carbon. Pentacoordinate state is there of carbon. Okay, now next, number 5. See, next characteristic is inversion in configuration. Okay, inversion means what? The configuration which is present in reactant is completely changed. Exactly opposite is found in product configuration. Okay, so see here, configuration of reactant. See, these 3 hydrogens are present on this side and bromine, which is nucleophile, is present on this side. So in SN2 reaction, it is found that the reaction proceeds with inversion in configuration. This is like flipping of an umbrella. Okay, you see the product. In this case, nucleophile is present on right hand side, okay, and backside attack takes place. That's why in product you can see the incoming nucleophile is bonded with carbon from left hand side, and these 3 hydrogens which were present on left hand side, now in product you can see they are present on right hand side. Okay, so the configuration is changed, and configuration is product is exactly opposite of configuration of reactant, and that's why it is called as inversion in configuration. Okay, and this is known as Walden inversion. Okay, what it is called as Walden inversion, and this inversion in configuration is because of backside attack. अगर अटैक यहीं से होता था, सेम साइड से होता था, तो inversion in configuration नहीं होता था वहाँ पर, right? Configuration would have same, but as the attack takes place from back side, there is inversion in configuration is observed. Okay, so these are the 5 salient features of SN2 mechanism. Understood? And this was everything about SN2 mechanism. Let us stop here. In next video we will see SN1 mechanism.